Oh, hello there, everyone. I'm really sorry to be intruding in on the beginning of this episode, but it seems as though David Jones has chosen me to perform as the main in today's bingo skit. I'm really sorry that I have to be the one that's out here to do this, but since I was specifically selected, it can't be helped. When I think about the others who've been picked to be in these skits, and then I think about me, if someone like me can get picked, it makes me feel like maybe, just maybe, I'm worthy of being an ultimate like the others. But I know that's not true. There's no way it's true. Even if I do have some small happiness that belongs to only me, that is not my role. The only role for worthless garbage like me is to make the others look better. To shine that much brighter. Ah. Oh, hope. I can feel it inside me, welling up from deep within. Ah. Overcoming my despair. It's all I want. It's all I need. To be this garbage, this worthless trash, this pavement, the wrapper around the candy that's thrown on the ground, the piece of tasteless gristle attached to the steak, the burnt black Cheeto at the bottom of the bag. Ah, I think of these things, and then I think of myself. For what are the ultimates but the pure and delicious Cheetos? Yes, candy and Cheetos and steak. That's what you all are. It's so wonderful. I'm just the ultimate pavement, the ultimate sidewalk that the ultimates walk upon. And wait a minute, does that mean that someone like me, is actually an ultimate? The ultimate sidewalk? Does that mean I'm like them? A Cheeto? But no, that can't be. Nothing I'm saying is making any sense. I think I've gone too far off message. No, calm yourself down. That's right. My job is to fill everyone else with Cheetos? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Maybe it's performance anxiety. I'm so nervous having been picked that I don't even know. I don't even know how to respond. I hear it's amazing when the famous purple stuffed worm in Flatjaw Space with the tuning fork does a raw blink on Airy Carry Rock. I need scissors! 61! Despair!
Why is everyone laughing? What in God's name is going on? David Jones, this is your fault!
After that, I feel like I may have regained my will to live. Maybe now I can move forward. Thank you. Billy, I don't know about you, but I feel strangely uplifted.
Didn't we already go over this?
Yeah, but I think this is for a totally different reason.
Are you sure? We're the Bittersweet Gamers.
I'm the Opinionator.
And I'm We Squared, and it's time to actually get this investigation underway.
And to be serious.
Yeah.
Well, let's start with this rather obvious part.
The pillar next to the door is tipped over and broken. And also, there's a giant blood stain on it. Did this pillar break when it fell over?
Yeah, what about the blood stain?
Not just that. There's a strange liquid on the upper section of the pillar. Is this Nekomaru's oil?
So it is oil.
Or is this an unrelated blue substance that looks the exact same color and consistency?
I think you're onto something.
This is the only pillar that's tipped over. And the other one is still standing.
That's sarcasm.
Plus, behind me is the door to Grape Hall. And the two pillars on each side of that door haven't changed either. They're not tipped over. It's strange that this pillar is the only one that's tipped over. It might mean something.
Oh, yeah?
Everyone at home paying attention.
I see. I got it.
Got what?
Leave it to me.
This pillar is the weapon!
If what we're supposing is true, then you are technically correct.
Technically, yeah. The killer used this to beat up Coach Nekomaru. He picked it up and he swung it real hard.
Are you going to accuse the statue of being the killer? This huge pillar?
Damn it.
So the statue of Sakura Ogami picked up the pillar and hit Nekomaru the robot in the head.
This isn't Journey to the West.
If you got socked by something like this, even Coach Nekomaru wouldn't stand a chance.
Akane, I know you're trying, and I don't want to discount your effort. Your efforts are acknowledged, but that's impossible. It'd be too heavy to wield as a weapon.
Now then.
Hajime, grab that end over there.
There is no way in hell I'm going to be able to...
Hajime!
Okay. Huh?
I'm gonna do it!
We have to try it out, obviously. Come on, hurry up!
Hajime reaches down and picks up a pebble. Fine! Jeez, you're more forceful than usual.
I'd really appreciate that.
Yeah, Akane, not that I don't mind these little moments we have together, especially because I can see down your blouse, but...
What?
Hajime isn't even trying.
Yeah, I know you're looking bad.
Oh yeah. So heavy.
It's no use. It's barely budging.
Didn't I tell you?
Right, okay, so if you can't pick it up and I'm helping, then it probably wasn't this.
I'm just saying, there isn't even any blood on this part.
All right. If that's how it's gonna be,
Now, don't hurt yourself.
Good lord.
my body can take it. Power times 3!
Kaioken!
That's what I was about to say.
No, seriously, just give it up already.
Oh, yeah! My back.
There's enough strain on your back as it is.
Come to think of it, you're right. It's no use, it won't even budge.
If two people can't even move this pillar, then it's impossible to use it as a bludgeoning weapon.
Well, there's only one person who could have lifted something like this.
That's correct.
Robo Coach Nekomaru. He's definitely the only one.
And I could believe that.
So he picked up the pillar and he used it to swing it at Robo Coach Nekomaru and killed him. So the person that needs to be blamed for murdering Nekomaru is Robo Coach Nekomaru. It's the only way it makes sense.
I'm just gonna let you sit on that for a bit.
So this is a Donkey Kong hammer,
That's
right?
what I was thinking. Wait, that's not how the tune goes.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is? Okay. An enormous hammer has been carelessly left on the floor. It seems so out of place on account of no damage or debris or blood.
Or oil blood.
Or yeah. It's suspicious because it stands out so much.
How cruel.
Perhaps that hammer is the weapon that broke Nekomaru?
Nah.
I do believe a weapon of that size is capable of damaging Nekomaru, but what do I really know about the power between bazookas and large hammers?
This hammer is the weapon? But it looks a little too clean. Almost like it's new or something.
Maybe it really is the ultimate weapon
strange,
from the
no?
Octagon. Also, where did the killer obtain this hammer?
Knowing Monokuma, you'd be like, well, it's the ultimate gopher weapon, you know, just whack-a-mole, something like that.
Well, after the
Paper mache with 2 frying pans.
after the toy boat motor
Like, and here it is, the ultimate weapon you risked your life for! A whack-a-mole hammer!
It's like an inflatable balloon.
Though, wouldn't that actually discourage killing?
You're right. It would have to be a weapon of some description, even if it isn't the ultimate weapon.
Prior to now, I do not believe I have ever seen an object like this. Was it hidden somewhere?
Good point. There's no supermarket in here. I wonder where they obtained it from. Final dead room. The only place no one has looked. Okay. It's Nekomaru's body. It's cruelly broken. It looks like it's been so severely damaged that even his head was dented. That'd be the fatal wound, right?
Yeah, that's what the Monokuma file said, too.
But Nekomaru's robot body should have been durable enough to withstand any assault. For Nekomaru to be this damaged, it can only mean whoever attacked Nekomaru didn't hold back. Now's probably not the best time to think this, but I guess Nekomaru was really transformed into a robot, huh? I was getting used to the idea, but now that I think about it, robots are definitely unusual.
Definitely unusual!
Well, it doesn't matter if he was a robot or not. Either way, Nekomaru was still killed.
It's definitely strange, isn't it?
Lots of things are strange, but what are you talking about?
Well,
If they wanted to kill him, they could have just destroyed his head. Why did they destroy his entire body, too?
Gravity is a cool? Gravity is a...
Gravity is a cool weapon, huh? Is that what you're trying to say?
Gravity is a cruel mistress. Maybe they didn't know how to kill a robot, so they just damaged him all over.
you...
But they went against Robo-Coach Nekomaru! He ain't the type to die easily!
The switch on the back of his neck that he keeps going on about!
Who said that? I'm gonna kick his ass!
Oh god, I need to get out of here!
They obviously didn't fight him head on, but even then, he wouldn't leave himself open to attack.
You're right. In fact, that's the biggest mystery.
Switch. The switch.
Nekomaru was even stronger after he became a robot. I can't think of anyone who'd be capable of killing him unless you're a mechanic.
By the way, Akane, did you... How was it with electricity?
Inquiring minds want to know. Anyway, this alone isn't enough information. I should investigate a little more thoroughly.
Okay, this looks pretty awkward.
Yeah. Huh? There's something protruding from behind Nekomaru's neck.
Is this the good night switch?
Is this the good night switch?
Hey, it's you again! I'm gonna kick your ass!
How'd Gilbert Gottfried get in here? That's right. It's a cutting-edge function that puts my other functions to sleep, even if I have insomnia, which I guess as a robot I always have.
Huh!
Just press the good night button on the back of my neck and I'll be forced to enter sleep mode.
Do robots ever even get to sleep to have a chance of dreaming of electric sheep or clockwork or whatever it is they're dealing with this time around?
Maybe the killer pressed this button and made Nekomaru enter sleep mode. But still, it's hard to think the killer was able to easily press a button on the back of Nekomaru's neck. You know, saying Nekomaru's neck just sounds weird in my mouth.
Like Neck-O-Maru.
Ah. Even if Nekomaru was ambushed, it still wouldn't be easy.
I mean, it does seem weird to just walk up.
Apparently, since it seems like there's a cover on it.
Yeah. Like, if Nekomaru would be like, hey, why is somebody walking up behind me? Like, wouldn't he just turn around?
Yeah,
So-
I mean, he could have been talking to someone and then someone been like beep, but then that means there's an accomplice, someone to distract him while someone else hit the button.
Well, the way Chapter 4 worked in Danganronpa 1, it's not that there was an accomplice per se, but there were a bunch of people trying to do things.
Yeah. The cover on his chest is open slightly, but it won't open up much more because the cover's all messed up. If only Kazuichi was here. We might have been able to open it. Jeez, what the heck could he be doing right now?
Either he's trying to... If it is Kazuichi, which I'm not sold on, but he's the prime suspect beyond a shadow of a doubt. Right now. Now.
It could have been also that he killed himself.
I mean, there's just... We're just in the investigation.
Yeah. We're too early to be making... Yeah.
But Kazuichi is still the prime suspect. I mean, it could be that the person, or whoever it is, over over in Strawberry House. Oh my god, my brain broke! It could be that the person over in Strawberry House is kind of trying to block the other people from entering. The fewer people that have less time to investigate, the better.
I guess?
So we can't check the... Oh, well, we can't open it.
There's a strutty metal wire tied to Nekomaru's left leg.
A Strudy metal wire.
Same wire is tied to his arms. It's almost like he was bound up or something. Where'd they get this wire from?
Where did they get the wire from?
But even if they bound him up, the killer still had to deal with the robotic Nekomaru first.
It's not like it was, hey, Nekomaru, do you want to do some kind of creative play with me? And what's that binding going to do, you know?
Oh, I didn't know you were into this sort of thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Who did this, and how were they able to bind Nekomaru?
That's why we think that it was that their switch turned off and he was dropped.
Yeah. Also, the tip of this wire looks like it's been tied in a loop, but what was the point of this?
Well, let's take a look at that funny-looking foot over there. The one what is not attached to one's leg.
I can't.
No, whatever.
Ah. Oil! This fluid flowing out of Nekomaru's body. Based on the smell, seems like oil. It seems to be flowing heaviest from Nekomaru's head. Probably because that's where the
flatal blow!
The fatal blow was dealt!
The Strudy Wire's flatal blow.
This oil, for Nekomaru, this might be similar to normal blood in humans. Which means all this oil is just a pool of robot blood. Anyway, that's a whole lot of oil. It's not going to be easy to clean up. No, now's not the time to even worry about that. Besides, we're not the ones who ever clean up the bodies anyway. I guess for now, this is all I can do to investigate Nekomaru's body.
And now, just the door.
Yes. What is this? The door at the far back has a chain wrapped around the doorknob?
I mean, where'd they get all the wire and this dang chain and lock?
It looks like it's a sturdy metal chain. It's wrapped around the doorknob from every direction, and it even has a padlock on it.
I mean, that's why the others haven't got here yet.
Why did they do something like this?
Perhaps this was used as an alternative to locking the door with a key?
If that's the case, you wouldn't be able to enter this tower from the Strawberry Hall side. After all, this door...
Ah, the door.
This door should lead to Strawberry Hall. I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me.
Well, at least Strudy isn't your fault.
Strudy wasn't... I'm blaming Strudy! I was fine till Strudy showed up!
What a thing to say! If they barred this side of the door with a chain, it would be impossible to open it from Strawberry Hall.
But still, why would they need to bar the door to Strawberry Hall? None of this makes any sense! I guess for now, I've checked out everything in this place that caught my attention. Chiaki, you gotta finally tell us what you've been concerned about this entire time? What is it? You seem lost in thought.
Well, I've been thinking about it for a while, but... The final dead room.
The final dead room?
Maybe we should have, like...
Oh yeah?
Gone in there or something.
Oh yeah? Is that what you think? What the heck? Why are you bringing up that place all of a sudden?
Well, the hammer on the floor, the chain wrapped around the door at the far back, and the wire that tied up Nekomaru. All the evidence at this crime scene consists of things we've never seen inside this building, doesn't it? But as long as we can't leave, then there's no doubt that they came from somewhere within this building.
So that's why you mentioned the final dead room.
It's almost like maybe we should have explored our environment thoroughly, so as to notice things like this.
And it's certain that there's some sort of awful, awful thing in there that someone might be able to scavenge parts from if they have the know-how.
Okay, are you saying that Kazuichi went in and like did World 8 of Super Mario Brothers without dying once or whatever the dang game is, okay? And then was like, now this giant washing machine. I was gathering parts from it.
Look, it's possible, man.
He opens up the panel in the back and pulls out the very obvious mechanical part, the part of all machines that makes them hum along in perfect working order, the padlock.
Yes, of course. It's so obvious when you think about it.
Then he continued to mess around, and then he found the hammer.
Oh yeah, totally. Do you believe me? Monokuma said beyond that room, there's an ultimate weapon in a place called the Octagon.
I think Billy is missing something kind of important. I think. Oh, that was creepy. Yeah, so if we think of that place like an armory, then that's where the killer obtained their tools, right?
I mean, that makes sense.
If so, let us go confirm it.
No, that's dangerous. If you go in there, you have to play the life-threatening game. Unless it's already been played.
Then I'll be the one who tries to confirm it.
What? What are you saying? You're the one who said that place was dangerous, right? Especially for a deliriously food-starved maniac like me at the time.
You?
Man, it's noisy! I can't focus at all with all this noise. I tried to pick up every one of these pillar pieces.
I'm sorry.
It's not like that.
It's not you guys. There's some stupid sound that's been ringing since before the investigation started.
Ringing, you say? A ringing sound since before the investigation? You mean like an alarm clock in someone's chest, perhaps?
Or the telephone.
Alright. That reminds me. You've been mentioning that sound for a while, haven't you? When did you inherit Ibuki's ears?
I've always had good ears. Akane, what kind of sound is it? None of the rest of us can hear it. It's like, no, it was definitely that clock, like we all originally thought in the last episode. This high-pitched alarm clock thing. It's probably ringing from upstairs. It's really far away or muffled or something. Huh. Could it be? Maybe it's better if we go check out that sound first. Huh? Are you gonna go check it out? Then you guys go. I'll stay here.
Then
I shall wait here as well. Please be careful, you two.
Don't worry, Chiaki will keep me safe. Sonya's okay, but... How come you're not going, Akane?
Way to look cool, Hajime.
hey.
Well, that sound is annoying, and I don't really feel like leaving.
Hey.
Hajime, it's okay if it's just the two of us.
You can say that again.
Come on. Akane said she wants to stay here.
Huh?
Seriously, Hajime.
Oh, I get it.
Have you just now figured that out?
Well, I'm sorry. I only recently recovered from starvation delirium. She doesn't want to leave Nekomaru's side. I don't know if she's actually aware of that or not.
Yep.
Let's go, Hajime.
Yeah, if you say so. Okay, maybe it's not the alarm clock. I should get out of here for now.
Huh! So it's got to be the telephone then.
Yeah! You know, Chiaki, I would like a summary of the events of Twilight Murder Syndrome Nightmare Games, the sequel.
We don't have time for that, Hajime. We gotta move on. Besides, I don't want to sit here and listen to that really loud, annoying noise. Now that we've come all the way here, I can definitely hear something. Yeah, it sounds like it's coming from the floor above us. I wonder if it's the telephone.
There's only one way to find out.
See?
Jeez, it's so noisy. It looks like that phone is ringing. I wonder what that means if that phone is ringing.
Phone, huh? I guess I'll answer it.
Hey, you should talk to me first before you answer the phone just to see what stupid thing I say. I finally figured out where that sound was coming from. Did you realize it, Hajime? See that phone over there? It's ringing. Why don't you answer it?
Why do I have to do everything? Let's see. Just pick up the receiver and press the strawberry button, right?
Strawberry!
Moshi Moshi des!
The Fruity Berry! Oh, you finally answered! We've been ringing this thing for like 3 hours!
That voice! Is that you, Fuyuhiko?
Damn right! Jeez, do you know how long the phone was ringing? I'm getting worried that nobody would pick up!
What are you guys doing? Are you all still in Strawberry House?
Even if we wanted to go over there, we can't.
What about the access elevator?
Well, I guess it's blocked too.
Oh.
Looks like someone broke the damn elevator. It's not moving at all. And we can't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall because the door button there is broken too. We're stuck.
The door button is broken. So why bother barricading the door?
Well, maybe the door, it's not that the button is broken, it's that it's barricaded. But that's an important distinction.
Yes, that is
we
an
need to
important
find out.
distinction.
So basically, we're sitting ducks here.
Not only is the elevator broken, but the Strawberry Hall door button is broken too.
Okay, so
Bastard.
I guess you'd take the elevator over and then somehow break the elevator from this end. How is it not Kazuichi?
I know! It just seems like all this mechanical destruction and sabotage.
Hey, are you listening? I heard you say something about Kazuichi. Hey, Kazuichi, you know anything about any of this? They're talking about you over there.
I'm not here!
You're right there.
I'm listening. Anyway, everyone in Strawberry House is safe, right?
Well,
We're safe, but we can't find Nekomaru anywhere. Do you know anything?
Didn't you hear the body discovery announcement earlier?
Damn it.
So that's what it was. Shit. Why did it have to be Nekomaru? He just came back to us.
I know, man. I know.
Where was he killed?
Grape Tower. When I went there this morning, he was already...
I see.
Let's see. Grape Tower. If the door to Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, we'd be able to enter the tower and... Holy shit, that's it! The killer broke the elevator and the Strawberry Hall door, so they could split everyone up and prevent us from doing a proper investigation.
Dumbass.
Damn it, the dirty bastard!
What about another way? Is there any way you guys can come to this side?
Why don't we try and undo the door, just to see? It might work.
Yeah!
I guess we just have to let Kazuichi handle it.
I didn't do it! I mean, yes. Leave it all to me.
Hey, did you say something funny, bastard?
Nope. I say everything funny.
He said he'd take care of the elevator.
Alright?
I guess he's our only hope right now, but the thing that I'm confused about is... if Kazuichi isn't here, who have I been talking to? Well, I'm not going to think too hard about that one.
You're right. Besides, if he doesn't stand out now, when the hell will he, right? Oh, that's kind of a mean thing to say.
Like,
Or think.
Based on what Kazuichi said,
I mean, he's the one who set up the cameras. Come on, guys.
it's going to be hard for him to fix a Strawberry Hall door without parts. But he said he might be able to do something about the broken elevator.
Well, he's only got to fix one of them.
So why is it barricaded then?
Why, indeed. We'll be waiting. Are you guys going to be okay?
Well, it's like if he did break
right.
the button, then why did he also barricade it? Or lock it, with the chain and the padlock.
That's a good question.
That's what I
don't
need.
know. Yeah, that's...
Yeah, we'll head over there as soon as Kazuichi fixes the elevator. Until then, it's up to you bastards. Fuyuhiko outsies.
Hey.
Bye, Fuyuhiko.
So the call came from Strawberry House?
Where else would it come from,
Did-
Chiaki, my
Did you
dear?
just say Bybee? You said
Nope!
You said Bybee.
Apparently the others can't come over here because the elevator is broken.
Monokuma said Bybee once or twice, and it was really stupid. Did you pick something up from listening to Monokuma?
There's no doubt this is the killer's doing. They've prevented the others from coming to the crime scene. As long as the elevator is out of commission, those guys won't be able to investigate. Shut up!
You just flipped the switch!
But that's not all. For some reason, even the door button to Strawberry Hall is broken too. Surely you can see the strangeness in that. Because
Yeah.
you're going to tell me later during the trial.
That's pretty weird.
Huh?
The door button to Strawberry Hall?
I mean, it's possible they thought that maybe the chains wouldn't be enough. So they broke the button just to make sure. Like, because the doors are mechanical.
Well then, if that was the case, why wouldn't you just mess with the door button?
Yeah, you're right. That doesn't make sense at all.
I mean, I'm sure there's a reason, we just haven't been able to figure out what it is yet.
Well, if we're correct about the tower being some kind of elevator thing, then that makes no sense.
And that door is blocked from both sides?
There's a sturdy chain tied around it from the inside, and if the button is also broken on the outside, then yeah, that seems to be the case.
Why did the killer need to block both sides of the door?
Also, Chiaki, I think there's something else that is important to note.
Yeah?
He broke the elevator, but the elevator is on the boy's side, which means it has to be a boy.
Yeah, we'd
Or
figured
it'd be
that out.
broken on this side, and Kazuichi wouldn't be able to work on it.
We'd figured that out last time because there are 4 people that are here, and everyone was. Well, I guess you can't say everyone was accounted for.
No, but that fact right there proves it was one of the boys.
Yeah, I mean that's a conclusion we came to last time. I'm just kind of challenging that assertion. Is the thing. You know, maybe it doesn't. I think there's some holes in it, but you have to understand, I agree with the premise, so there's no point in going in. I'm just saying, what if they went in, if it was a girl...
Oh, took the elevator and then...
Broke it in the middle of the night, and then...
But here's the thing. If they came through the tower on Strawberry House side, that means they would have broken the button first, then chained it up afterwards. But they wouldn't be able to do that because the doors won't close until they hit the button on the Grape Tower side. Because if they hit the button on the Strawberry...
Well, yeah, that's fine. It's fine. You go in through the tower, you break the button, you take the elevator over to Grape House, and then you come in. The door's closed, you just broke the button. So then you can...
Okay, but then how do you take the elevator back and break it and get back to Grape side?
The elevator's in Grape side. It's broken, but the
How would
elevator's in Grape
Kazuichi
side.
be able to work on it if it wasn't over on Strawberry side?
Maybe he just called it. I don't know.
Okay. I see what
But
you're
no,
saying.
the point is, though, I do actually think all of that is really strange, and that's possibly the crux of what a lot of our investigation is going to prove.
Oh, until the elevator gets fixed, we can't investigate the final dead room also.
Well, why can't we just... Well, because the door's broken, so we can't get through the hall, even if we undo the chain.
Yes. I'm not sure, but there is something strange about that.
I'd like to investigate that in more detail, but if they can't come over here, then we can't go over there.
Yep.
Which means, for now, it's impossible to check the final dead room.
I'm not entirely comfortable with you going over there, but regardless, it's impossible now anyway.
We could ask one of them to do it. They need something to do.
That's true. Apparently Kazuichi's repairing the elevator. All we can do for now is put our hope in him.
You're right. Probably.
But Monokuma isn't going to wait. I doubt we have that much time before the class trial starts. I hope Kazuichi can fix it soon. If not...
This is interesting. Whatever the circumstances were, whether it's Kazuichi or not, whatever the circumstances, this time the killer was like, oh no, if there's an investigation, I'll get found out.
So he cut out as many people from the investigation as he could.
So let's just
Or her.
make sure that there is no investigation. And then they can't piece the investigation facts together and make their case.
Yeah.
What a good way to do it, or an interesting way to do it. It was like Byakuya in the first game had said that when he thought it was time to kill, then he was going to kill.
Yeah.
And
But he was also like,
and he
sizing
tested
up Makoto.
Yeah, and he tested Makoto, and though he didn't say anything about it, he apparently was like, okay, now I see how serious I have to be, and so he never tried anything.
Yeah.
And I mean, which all worked out very, very good. But by never trying anything, it just meant that he was like, we just can't get past this.
What's going on?
Is that Nekomaru?
I don't know. Did Hajime take a nap? I guess that would make sense if they're waiting for Kazuichi.
Hey. Are you even listening?
Hey, bastard!
Hey, are you listening?
Damn right.
Nagito! I'm talking to you.
Oh,
Really?
Oh!
So now all of a sudden we're playing as Nagito? What the heck? When I called him the heart and soul of Danganronpa, I meant it. But how fascinating!
I'm not sure how I feel about this.
Are we going to get to go back?
What do you mean?
Is this temporary?
Or are we Nagito for the rest of the game?
Or is this permanent?
Huh?
Don't Don't you say that, Nagito! We've just started to think that you weren't who we think you were!
Jeez.
You sorry
What?
sack of shit! Don't you...
Huh?
Me! I figured you weren't even listening.
Why did you highlight the huh, Fuyuhiko?
You know why, you bastard. Sorry. I was just thinking. You were probably thinking of something messed up, weren't you, you suddenly playable character? By the way, I'd also like to point out that Fuyuhiko has, like, we sort of thought of him kind of as the Byakuya analog before. He seems to kind of have filled that role because standoffish and threatening in the beginning of the game, actively hostile, kind of absent from interactions with others for a while, and then comes back as one of the primary characters driving everything
Taking
that you're
charge.
always interacting with.
Yeah.
In that sense, Fuyuhiko has done that same thing. So
You're right.
cool. You were probably thinking of something messed up, weren't you? But I have been listening to you. Nekomaru was killed, right? Then that body discovery announcement was referring to him.
Damn it.
Not everyone here just had to be Nekomaru.
Damn it.
After what he went through to come back to us. Damn it!
How pitiful.
It's tantamount to being killed twice. Truly, he was a man burdened by a terrible misfortune.
Hey.
Okay, so now that we know the situation over there, is it alright if I go ahead and fix the elevator?
This is so weird!
I don't know how to feel about this, David.
Well, this isn't the first time that in a visual novel that I've played, the character that you're playing has swapped.
Uh-huh. Same here.
And every time that happens, it's always like, wow, that's awesome! Every time, without exception. Is it all right if you wait a little bit? Before you do that, we should
Did you call for me?
get the Monokuma file, right?
Ah! He's here!
But you knew I'd show up eventually. It seems you guys have noticed that the incident has taken place. So this is for you.
It's so we have both sides of the investigation.
That's probably it, but I think it's too convenient to think of that as the only reason.
Oh, I agree with you, Damon.
Well, what was all that stuff about suspecting the main character?
Uh-huh.
Red bean bread and milk.
And there's a bonus item.
It's the Monokuma file.
Ta-da!
Do your best.
Come on, satisfy your hunger with this, and do your very best on the investigation. Why is the Monokuma file being treated like a bonus item?
Whatever, man, let's just eat. Eating should come first right now.
Damn right.
You're right. It's okay if you guys eat, but can you hear me out while you're at it?
What do you yearn?
What is it? Well, I was thinking about what we should do, and I wanted to discuss it.
This is so weird.
You're telling me!
I know. That's why there's two of us. I'm talking to you, you're talking to me. It'd be weird otherwise.
Thanks to the killer, we can't even go to the crime scene. We have to wait till Kazuichi fixes the elevator.
Who's first? Elevator later.
True. There's no doubt that the killer is responsible.
It's really hard not to start talking when I see that tint. Because the main character always has a darker tint of orange.
Oh, what, really? I never noticed
Oh,
that.
yeah.
But it seems as though they made a huge mistake. There's no way the symbols of hope will give up because of this little setback. There's no way everyone will just cross their arms and wait for the class trial to start. We need to do everything we can on our end to prepare for the class trial, right?
See?
Huh, I'll be
Just
darned!
brighter yellow. There's like a shade whenever the main character's talking.
Oh my god, Nagito!
Did you seriously just sit here watching the bar on the side of the screen to see if that orange thing that moves up and down was gonna cover the bottom just to see if Billy was right or wrong? Why do you waste everybody's time?
Fine.
It seems that we too shall begin the investigation on our end, though it remains unclear just how much we can do. Is this acceptable? If I show my serious side, things will not end with mere child's play.
Wouldn't it be interesting if Gundam, actually displayed his serious side and was telling the truth?
Right?
Oh, I'm so glad. I knew you guys were pumped up from the start. How beautiful.
Can we have a different protagonist, please?
It's like you guys, you understand your timing. You started this episode with me. How do you do this?
No!
How amazing. Even though you guys are suffering from despair, I can see that you guys are still fighting for hope.
Is he talking about them or us?
Such beauty. There is no higher honor for me than to investigate this murder with you guys. So we need to be grateful toward Nekomaru for becoming the foundation of this hope. Well, regardless. Whose side should I be on for this case? The killer? Or the rest of you guys? I must make sure I face this case's mystery properly if I'm gonna find out which side is the true hope.
Oh, good.
What on earth is even happening?
I wonder how much of what we see through his eyes is believable or trustworthy.
All of it, I imagine. But there's gonna be a disconnect between who are we gonna be playing at the trial?
Presumably Hajime? I don't know. I'm really concerned.
Maybe it will be Hajime. Probably it will be Hajime, but how are we gonna know? Oh man, this is gonna be so interesting because we'll know stuff that Hajime won't know.
They might collude before the investigation. Maybe?
Hey, you guys, why don't we try arranging the sequence of events in this case? You know, so we can properly understand the situation we're in.
Who are you and what have you done with Nagito? That's the first sensible thing you've said, ever.
Fine.
I have no objection. Proceed.
Then let's look back at what happened this morning. We tried to use the elevator so we could participate in Monokuma Tai Chi, right?
Damn right.
Since we're staying at Strawberry House, in order for us to get to the meeting spot at Grape Tower, we needed to use the elevator first and go to Grape House. That was before 7 a.m. since it was right before Monokuma Tai Chi.
Man.
Once we realized the elevator was disabled, I seriously panicked because that's my default response to everything.
Anyway.
And since we couldn't do anything about it, we just tried to get inside the tower from Strawberry Hall. But when we actually got there, the button on the hall door was broken. Thanks to that, we couldn't enter the tower at all.
So Fuyuhiko suggested that we use the phone to call Grape House.
This
And
too
that,
must be the will
after
of
55 minutes, the phone was finally answered. Thus it was everything that happened this morning.
I must say I'm surprised. I never expected that the elevator would be disabled. But then, how was Nekomaru able to go to Great Tower?
Man.
Well, obviously he went before the elevator was disabled.
Oh, yeah? And when was that?
You.
Idiot. If we knew that, this wouldn't be difficult.
Well.
No. We might know what time he went to Great Tower.
Eh?
serious?
Seriously? For real?
Oh, yeah?
I...
It was around sunrise. That's when I saw him going down to the first floor.
Nah, Fuyuhiko. You can't really say it was sunrise. There's no windows in here.
What the hell does that even matter, you bastard?
Just saying.
You mean you personally witnessed Nekomaru going to Grape Tower?
Hey, hey!
When was this sunrise? Was it before that strange rumbling sound that we all heard but didn't bother to investigate?
Huh? A rumbling sound?
Huh?
What, you don't remember?
Right after the clock in the lounge started ringing, we heard a rumbling noise.
I mean, that clock does have an alarm on it. It's
But
got
why
the
would it
bells and everything,
He
but
said.
yeah. Right after the clock started ringing, so they could hear the rumbling noise, maybe.
Did that clock even ring in the first place?
Hey, hey, hey!
You didn't notice that either? Seriously, that thing was super loud.
That's weird. I feel like we're not quite on the same wavelength. Well, it is what it is. There's no way you guys will ever be on the same wavelength as trash like me. Looks like this is leading to an interesting development. What do I mean by that?
It's like, are the truth bullets going to be skewed by his viewpoint?
I don't know. Even if we only play as Nagito for this time, it could be that we're getting an opportunity to see inside his head, but so far everything we've seen is exactly the way
Stock standard. That's just the usual. This Nagito.
it's what we'd expect.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm wondering if this is really more to make Hajime more suspicious.
Maybe.
Hey, Kazuichi, if you don't mind, can you inform me? That stuff about a rumbling noise and the ringing clock? Somebody like me hasn't been able to put it together yet, and I guess I didn't really notice, so what was all that about?
Seriously? You don't know?
You're so kind, Kazuichi. Okay, so I guess when it plays that sparkle sound, it's like a big old smile. I would not want to be on the receiving end of those smiles.
In a way, it's better we're on this end.
You're so kind, Kazuichi. Thank you for actually taking the time to explain it to me. That's my line.
So that's how it is. Fine, I'll tell you. Just stop smiling at me. It happened last night. I was sleeping peacefully in my room, dreaming of Miss Sonia, when all of a sudden I heard this huge sound.
I'm not really surprised.
Ah! The hell! Even in my flashbacks, I'm pathetic.
Come on!
The sound was super loud, so I rushed out of my room. Isn't it weird how in my flashback I'm kind of washed out?
Yeah, why are you washed out in your own flashback, man?
As I went down the hall towards the lounge,
Hey! What are you doing?
What?
I love the look on Kazuichi's face. And Gundam, like, what is that? You know, it's like every other piece of CG in this game was, like, scaled up to be on a PC resolution, but this is, like, totally PS Vita low res.
This raucous... It's louder than the supreme ruler of the netherworld bellowing for a sacrifice.
I am extremely irritated by this sound. So let's start talking about something so it plays as long as possible. Ah!
Don't go making all that noise so suddenly. It's not me. The wall clock just started ringing. I was just trying to stop it.
'Cause it's fucking annoying!
Then hurry up and stop it already.
What do you fucking think I'm doing?
I know. I'm in the middle of doing that.
Ah, give it to me! And that's when the sound finally stopped. Man, that totally freaked me out. Well, I'm definitely wide awake now.
What did you do to me?
What did you do to me? I too am in sepia tone, you fiend! My mental defenses were bombarded with sonic resonance.
Behold my crappy memory!
Fuyuhiko! Was this not your doing just now?
Shut up.
Why would anyone do something so childish?
See, the funny thing is Fuyuhiko is already more or less in these tones. You must have rushed over after hearing that sound, but you sure seem to get there pretty fast.
Well, yeah.
Well, I didn't rush over here. I was already at the lounge by coincidence.
You fiend.
Coincidence. If BSG were here, you know what they like to say about coincidence. That it does not exist, and that it too is the will of causality.
I think Gundam's calling us out.
But they aren't here, so no one's here to say that. What the fuck are you talking about?
Hey.
Are you doubting me?
Whatever, I don't really give a crap, but it's 5:30 a.m.
Aw, man.
And thanks to Fuyuhiko, I woke up early for no reason. I should go back to sleep.
Maybe the idea is to get the guys here to see the time, because they know that they have to be at Monokuma Taichi. And it's to make them see what the time is, but the clock has been changed.
Yeah.
No, we don't have any proof that the clock was changed, but
we suspect.
But Monokuma almost all but directly stated that the clocks were tampered with.
Yeah, by saying everyone ditched.
Yeah. And then maybe it was to get them to hear the noise too, or instead.
Yeah.
Huh? What was that sound?
What's going on?
Earthquake?
This pressure.
It did not feel like it shook.
Hey.
There's no way this building is gonna collapse, right?
Hey, Kazuichi, this is really fucking gross. Stop clinging to me, you sissy little girl.
Shut up! And that's what happened. Told in Kazuichi vision.
I see. So you're the one who is clinging to Fuyuhiko.
That's what you
sissy
focus
little-
on?
Obviously wrong.
That's not the important part!
Well, it's important for someone like me
Oh, you're one of those fanfic writers, huh?
to think about every last little action that the ultimates do. You people are such bright stars of hope. I have to witness everything that you do and every move that you make. It's so I can understand your glory more. And what happened after that? Did you guys just hug or something? Did you separate or?
I will murder you.
Yeah, I think I will too. We decided to wait things out, but in the end, nothing else happened.
Also,
And not just that, we all felt really weak, because, we're starving to death. So we decided to just go back to our rooms for a while. I see. Yeah, what you said just now is extremely important. Thanks to that, I would like to poison your mind. I have thought of one suspicious person.
What?
Who are you talking about?
Not the direction I thought he was gonna go.
Well, me, of course.
huh?
I wasn't even aware of this noise or the kablam or anything. And I didn't show up. Isn't that weird? I mean, isn't it strange? I was the only one who didn't notice an alarm that was so loud, everyone else woke up and came out of their rooms. Well, the same goes for the rumbling noise that you guys heard after that.
Why, you...
Hey, you better not be doing what you're doing, which is trying to confuse the shit out of us. Of course I'm not for now.
Do you believe him?
When it's time for me to confuse the shit out of you, well, I'll be trying my best then, too.
Hey!
That foot outline is what's making us even more worried.
Well, at least I tell it to you honestly. Anyway, it seems there's no doubt that what you guys just told me is a very important clue. The wall clock alarm you heard first, and the rumbling noise that came right after. Now then, how do these noises relate to this case? I'll just take this truth bullet, but I won't share it with Hajime later. I wonder if that means something. Check the truth bullets!
I will do that. I hit the wrong button. Oh!
Okay, it's quite temporary then. Because what it means is we can't access his e-handbook.
Okay.
You'll go back to that one more time? Look at the regulations. I doubt there's anything different, but we have to look.
During any single killing game, huh? Wonder if there's something to that.
Hey, you said that you witnessed Nekomaru at sunrise, right? Can you explain that to me in a little more detail?
I
was so hungry yesterday that I couldn't sleep, which makes sense to everybody here, right? I figured it was nearly morning, so I went to go check the clock in the lounge. Turns out I was totally off. It was still around 5 a.m., which isn't really what my biological clock said, but...
Yeah?
Hey,
And that's when it happened. I heard the sound of the door closing off in the distance. And I thought, boy, that's weird for somebody to be walking around at 5 a.m. When I stuck my head out from the lounge, to see who it was, I saw Nekomaru's back. He was about to go down to the first floor. I thought about running after him, but I didn't have the energy or willpower to do it.
Or the stride.
If I knew something like this was going to happen, I would have mustered the strength to follow him.
hey,
Why would Nekomaru wander off so early in the morning?
I
was wondering about that too. I already knew I wasn't going to get any sleep. So I just sat in the lounge and stared off into space for no real reason and waited for him to come back.
Jeez.
And that's when the clock in the lounge started ringing. Thanks to that loud alarm, I completely forgot about Nekomaru until just now. Then, from the time you saw Nekomaru until the alarm rang, you were at the lounge the whole time? But what were you doing during that time?
I feel so superfluous on this side of the investigation. I only voice one person.
By chance, were you thinking about everything that's happened so far and getting choked up?
What?
What the fuck is wrong with you fucking idiot? We're fucking starving to death, so I was staring off into space! Huh? Was I right?
You...
Of course not, asshole! You're completely wrong! I wasn't doing that! I'm sorry. You're absolutely right. You're starving to death, and so you were staring off into space. And I thought you were reminiscing about Pecco or something.
Kill him!
But that can't be, right? After all, you already know how pointless it is to cling to memories of the dead. He doesn't understand human connection in the same way as other people do. Yep, I get it now. Thanks to everyone's detailed information, I'm slowly getting a grasp of the situation. If I put events in chronological order, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 5 a.m. That's the time Nekomaru apparently went down to the first floor. At 5:30 a.m., the alarm clock in the lounge started ringing. When that happened, you two woke up and left your rooms to go to the lounge where Fuyuhiko was. Right after that, you heard a strange rumbling sound that didn't quite make sense.
Let's make history.
Now that I think about it, something might have happened to Nekomaru during that extremely suspicious noise.
If so, that must have been Nekomaru's final scream before he breathed his last.
Hold on. If Nekomaru died when we heard that sound, doesn't that mean we have an alibi except for you?
Alibi?
I mean...
When we heard that rumbling noise, we were at the lounge, If that's when the killer murdered Nekomaru, then we have a solid alibi.
Well, that's why I said I'm the really suspicious person here. Can't argue with that.
That's why. So the killer could have an alibi.
That's what I was thinking. There's no reason that's an alibi. And it is Kazuichi that's bringing it up. He's still our prime suspect.
Yes! Because he's got all the technical know-how to do all this!
And mysteriously, this is this case where a lot of technical things have occurred and the victim was a robot.
Yeah.
Maybe we're wrong, and maybe it's like a parallel to the first game, multiple people, something funny going on. Okay, cool.
It's just really fishy.
Well, it's not Fuyuhiko.
No, it's not for Yuhiko.
It is Akane, though.
I know it's Akane, Danny.
Thank you, Billy. It's important that you validate me. Someone like me.
Don't you start.
It might be too soon to declare that you have an alibi just yet. We can't be certain unless we first clear up the mystery surrounding that rumbling noise. A rumbling noise, huh? Did something heavy fall over or something?
Maybe.
Also, based on what everyone just told me, there's another thing I'm curious about. You all heard the alarm clock in the lounge go off just before the rumble. What do you suppose that means?
Hey, haven't we talked enough? I don't want to talk to you any more than I have to.
Doesn't this basically seem to draw the conclusions that we were already talking about?
It does seem that, yes. I really think I should repair the elevator soon.
Like, kablamo, here's a situation in which an alibi is obtained and there are witnesses to that alibi.
Uh-huh.
Oh my, you're still here?
Don't you get dismissive with me, Mr. Fancy Pants! Once the elevator's fixed, I'm not gonna let you anywhere near it, so there.
Well, someone as worthless as me doesn't deserve to ride an elevator that you've been working on.
Oh my god. I'm going to install an electrified floor in this elevator.
But you already told me I wouldn't be allowed to ride it.
Damn it!
And so Kazuichi ran down the stairs, complaining at me for some reason, and threatening to kill somebody with an electrified floor? So what should we do now? Oh, there's something I wanted you to do. After the elevator is fixed, there's something I want you to investigate.
Oh god, Hajime's not here, so now he's taking command of the investigation.
What is it? The clocks in the first floor lounges of both Grape House and Strawberry House. Right after that, you heard a strange rumbling sound that didn't quite make sense. Huh? Why?
I mean, he could just call and have Hajime look at the clock.
Yeah, you are in the lounge.
I'll tell you later.
Hey, bastard.
I'm one of the main guys in the trial, right? I gotta keep my cards close to my chest. It's for the enjoyment of the players. Well, fine, but why are you asking me? You can investigate that yourself. I would investigate it myself, but Kazuichi told me that I can't ride the elevator. By the time the elevator is fixed, there's a chance I might not be with you all anymore.
What?
Anyway, I'm counting on you.
No. You explain that right goddamn now.
When we were looking at the only thing we could look at in Nagito's handbook, remember when you paused on the end and was like, I wonder if there's something to that?
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if there's something to that. This bastard doesn't make any sense. Or, as this line says for some reason, that's bastard doesn't make any strudel. Now then, here comes the main event. There's only one thing I can do for them. I can go to that place, for everyone's sake.
Ah, he's going to the final dead room.
To risk himself because his life doesn't matter.
And that's how we're going to find out that it's already been pilfered or something along those lines.
I can't let them face that danger. I must be the pariah who goes in their place.
Oh yeah? So he's risking his own death for the benefit of everyone. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Mm-hmm. It's not like we haven't been talking about that or something.
Ah.
That's it. I should investigate one more time before I head over there. The elevator and the door at the far back of Strawberry Hall. Just in case, it might be good to check and make sure they're really blocked off.
Why are you here? The elevator, no working.
You mean no righty elevator?
The elevator is still being repaired. Get lost.
Oh, Kazuichi.
Stop getting in the way.
Why do you hate me so much?
Why do you hate you so much?
Beating me, tying me up, starving me, threatening me multiple times. As expected of the ultimate mechanic. He understands that I'm just a bunch of garbage parts. Looks like I'm disliked. Oh well, it's understandable. I dislike me too.
Compared to you talented fellas, I'm just a piece of trash.
Yeah, whatever.
No.
I don't really care.
No,
Go away.
Kazuichi, let me talk to you more about my hate for myself.
No, please. I gotta work on the elevator.
If I press the button next to the elevator, the door should open so I can ride it. I'm going to press the button now in front of Kazuichi. But nothing's happening. Well, looks like it's definitely broken. So what's Kazuichi doing?
What are you doing? You're getting in the way of my repairs.
Oh, hey, Kazuichi? Why did the elevator break in the first place?
It involves some very technical lingo and stuff that you wouldn't understand.
Man.
Oh, the killer malfunctioned the safety device.
The what now?
Look, you see that silver cover under the button?
What did he malfunction?
It looks like that's the elevator's control panel. They probably opened it up and messed with the settings.
They did now. Who did this?
But the cover is locked, so they wouldn't have been able to open it unless they had some kind of tool.
Is that so? Maybe you were a little bit too quick to say that, because I'm relatively positive that you are literally the only person who would just do that.
Or you could certainly jury-rig a tool.
Yeah. Huh? Are there any tools in this building?
No, there shouldn't be. I don't really know if they forced it open with the tool anyway. The control panel on this side wasn't the one that was forced open.
Oh, the other one was forced open? How do you know that?
How do you know that?
I see. It's the control panel on the grape side, the grape house side that's broken.
And how can you expect to fix it?
How do you know that, and how do you know what you're doing?
Yeah. The one on this side isn't broken. That's the only thing I could think of.
No, that's plausible, I guess.
Alright. I'm pretty sure there should be a control panel over there, too. I'll probably have to give someone instructions on how to fix it. Plus, the elevator is stuck on the grape house side. Guys!
Wouldn't that mean the last person who used this elevator went to Grape House? Which is exactly what I had said.
Yep, it's official. The elevator was disabled on the other side.
It's nice how
you can trust me.
It's nice how you can see this stuff in like just a few minutes. Like you set it up so that you're the only
ultimate
person.
mechanic. Come on,
Well, I mean,
buddy.
Mikan set it up so that she wouldn't be forced to lie.
Yeah.
Hey!
Hey, I don't have time to talk to you. Hurry up and go away. Even though I just stated I can't really do much to fix it. But I just don't want to talk to you. I don't like you very much.
You.
Trying to do repairs without any tools. No matter how much time I get, it won't be enough.
If you don't have any tools, well, why don't you use this?
Huh?
Excuse the hell out of me!
Whoa!
Is this a multi-tool? Where'd you get something like this?
Oh, I had it with me before I even arrived at the 4th island. If we're going to explore a new island, it's essential to bring this kind of equipment, right?
You serious?
A guy like you has been walking around with a dangerous tool this whole time?
Don't forget, I was planning on trying to kill someone. Is there something wrong?
It's nothing. Give me the tool.
Then I'll let you have this. Your repairs might go faster now, right? Isn't it nice that I gave you this? So that your timetable might just be slightly disturbed and people can maybe find more than you were wanting them to? I mean, if we're right. But in exchange, I want you to do something.
What?
Build an electrified floor and kill whoever's riding the elevator. That multi-tool has a compass. After the elevator is fixed,
Oh my God.
I want you to ride the elevator and see how the compass reacts.
What the hell for?
You know darn well what the hell for. Well, to be honest, just like Billy was saying recently, there's something I still don't understand regarding the structure of this building. So please, I really need this information to find out the relationship between the building and the elevator.
Huh?
I don't really get it, but well, as long as I'm just checking a compass, I don't mind.
Man, Nagito is really spiking this, but it's like, what's he gonna do with it? I mean, look, this is really interesting.
I know!
This is-
I
this
don't understand!
This is like a crazy plot twist.
Yeah!
I'm glad. Then I'll leave the rest to you.
I mean, it's possible that where this is going really is just where you would expect, but...
I don't know what to expect anymore.
Well, I mean, it could just be normal and he's just going to try and help out in the trial.
Or he's gonna do something weird.
He did say at the beginning, whose side is he going to be on?
He hasn't figured that out himself yet. Or maybe he has and he just hasn't said, but... I mean, doesn't it seem like he is interfering?
Of course he's interfering. That's what he does.
I can think of only one reason why the killer barred the door to Strawberry Hall. They wish to prevent me from going to the crime scene.
And the rest of us.
Judgment!
Which means the killer was afraid. Afraid of the conclusion promised by my... assumptions!
Okay, man.
That was my fault. I just didn't prepare enough.
Uh-huh. You don't say.
It's the Strawberry Hall door that leads to the tower. The button is broken. There's no way it'll open.
That is certainly a way to look at that.
As I recall, based on what Fuyuhiko told Hajime over the phone, the other side of this door is also barred with chains. They must have been really cautious to go to the trouble of barring the door from both sides. Something about that seems a little suspicious, like maybe there is a reason for it. The killer's intent. I can think of only one explanation. Oh, Gundam. Perhaps they intended to keep me from entering the scene of the crime.
Listen well.
Which means the killer was afraid! I already read this line! Yeah, that was probably what it was. I don't really interact with you very much, but you're still really ultimate. Just as I thought, there's no mistaking it. The elevator and the Strawberry Hall door look like they're completely broken. I didn't expect a contact elevator to be disabled from Grape House. As long as it's disabled, there's no way to move between houses. Which means the person who disabled the elevator would be stuck at Grape House, right? That person, they should still be at Grape House, but... See, what I'm thinking is, like, after the deed, if the room is an elevator, after the deed, that's when he came out, and maybe that's when the door was broken.
Yeah.
It's just like moving around in circles to get everything where you need it to be, and then closing it off behind you.
Yeah.
Because you can't leave. You couldn't have left from the Grape House to the Strawberry House through the elevator. You can only leave from... because the elevator's still at the Grape House. Oh, wait, though.
What I was trying to say is if it was one of the boys, they took the elevator over, sabotaged everything, and then took the elevator back and then sabotaged it at the Strawberry House thing.
They would have had to send it back if they did that because the elevator's at Grape House.
Well, that's what Kazuichi is saying. You know something? Oh, we can't check the truth bullet. So we can't see if it's phrased in a particular way.
Well, the thing is it's also very probable that there is some location that is accessible that we don't know about. That's what Nagito's trying to do with the compass, after all.
That's true, yeah.
Because it's like if nobody else knows about this stuff, then they wouldn't know how the killer set everything up.
But if he does, then he can manipulate the trial however he wants.
Maybe, yeah.
But I won't be too late to find the answer, even after I finish investigating that room. Wow, guys. What an insane plot twist. I know it's so miserable that you guys have to play a character as miserable and worthless as me, but we play the hand we're dealt. Get it? Because I'm looking at my hand really intently. The hand that we're dealt.
I think Nagito just ruined puns for me. So much despair.
Overcome that despair to find your true shining hope.
Danganronpa. Danganronpa.